Hi everyone, it's me. Not that you ever see my face, but I'm Hunter Spaid. And Ashley Roper asked me to do the 10 crafty questions, and I'm here to do them. And when she asked me, I was terrified. Just, if any of you have watched any of my videos, I've mentioned several times that I truly get stage fright. It's something happens when I push record. I have no brain. It just goes out. And so I'm sure that's going to happen even more now that I'm staring at myself in my phone and recording this. But hang in there, and maybe you'll learn something new about me. I'm not sure. I'm not that interesting. I'm Hunter Spaid, my name. The Hunter, see? Okay, Hunter is my maiden name, and I am a journal maker, a photographer, and a photo album designer, scrapbooking. I just don't like the word scrapbooking because people think that I'm just backing pictures on paper and putting little cutesy stickers on it, and it's so much more than that. It's lots of layers and textures and every layout. I try to make it so you would want to put it in a shadow box, so it truly is a piece of artwork. So I live in beautiful Bozeman, Montana with my husband. That we have been together for, well, November 18th is when we had our very first date, 25 years ago. And we've been married for 24 years. I met him at this bar, and you don't ever hear anything good about this bar here in Bozeman, Montana, but something magical happened there. I met him, he was playing pool, a really cute fella playing pool, and he asked me to dance, and we danced all night long. He never even finished his game of pool, so we went on our date up to Missoula, Helena, to visit some of his college friends, and I just knew. I came back from that, and I called my mom and my papa and told them he's the one, and they're like, what? How do you know? And I just knew because it's like I'd known him forever. We are like two peas in a pod, and he truly is my favorite person today. I love him. So we our romance. How was it? I guess we shacked up, got pregnant, got married. I know it's not the traditional, but it just God knew that if He didn't give us cute little Tana banana bug, that I don't know, we'd still be boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. Who knows? But that's the way it ended up with us, and we have two girls. I wanted more. I wanted my whole back end of my pickup truck full of kids. And Rich is like, no, two's enough. I didn't like that he told me no, so I would get him liquored up. Literally, I'd get him liquored up, and he would be like, hey, no, I know what you're up to. So, needless to say, we only have two girls, and really, Rich doesn't tell me no very often, but when he does, I do listen. Because of that, I came up with this thing of don't ask, just do. I know, it's not good. But, yeah, everybody should pray for my husband sometimes, because he deals with a lot when it comes to me. And then I teach my children that. Oh my gosh, we were in church. This was years ago. I think Shelby, who is 20 now, was in first grade or second grade, and she was sitting next to Rich, and she was just doodling on the little flyer that they give you when you're sitting there, and pretty soon Rich kind of elbows me, and he's just like, what are you teaching our kids? I'm like, what? And he grabs this little paper, and he shows it to me, and here Shelby has written, don't ask, just do. Don't ask, just do. Don't ask, just do. And I was just like, so yeah, I teach my children bad habits. let's see. I need to tell you some things about what's on the questions here. So maybe I should just go ahead and do that. Covered my name. How did I come to YouTube name? It's just my name. I am with several art groups, junk journal groups on Facebook, and I had made this journal and I posted it on there and I liked it. It was just like, oh, look how cute. I love it. And then other folks liked it. And I was just like, what? That just made me so happy because I liked it. And just to know somebody else liked it as well was kind of cool. And they were all asking if I could do a YouTube flip through and a tutorial. And I'm like, sure. Okay. I had no idea what I was saying yes to. I am such a yes girl. I really need to think about stuff or research it before I say yes. It is hard. It is difficult. Basically because I am, well, by nature I am shy. But I'm also very humble, and I have always just kind of liked to be in the background with my artwork, whether it was photography or paintings or anything. I just let them do the talking for me. I just kind of hide behind it. It's great being behind the lens of a camera because you're hiding, and that's just, yeah, I just don't know how to take compliments. I don't know how to talk about myself or my work, and so that part is really hard. And then the whole thing about recording, my brain, as it's already happened with this, it just disappears, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Rich, are you going to take care of me? It's just like I'm starting to get really concerned that I have no brain and things are happening, and I'm like, honey, are you going to take care of me when I get older? And he's just like, well, yeah, I'll take good care of you. I'm going to tell you you're the housekeeper and you need to get back to work. Yes, isn't that horrible? Yeah, and then I say it kind of often, and sometimes I'm the housekeeper, and then other times I'm the cook, and I need to get back in the kitchen, so that's what I have to deal with. But truly, that's what, it's just crazy. Yes, so the folks that have subscribed to my channel, I am just like, well, I'm so thankful. I'm also kind of surprised because I just afraid I'm like driving you crazy. I know I have these different mannerisms of saying and I'm really trying to stop from doing that, but it's just how I gather my thoughts while I'm trying to find them in there, the words. So I guess we'll go to the next question. My favorite craft, I think it would definitely be photography, if you can call that a craft. And then making journals and designing photo albums, but I love to do it all. I truly do. I love being in my yard and redesigning my garden layout. I love jewelry. When the kids were young, I loved painting their toenails and fingernails. I love makeup. I like to play, whether it's for like real life everyday makeup or it's fantasy makeup. I love to do photo shoots and do the makeup as well for the girls or ladies. So I feel like that's still an art. The canvas is just a little different. It's just already beautiful in the first place, so you just add a little this and a little that to make their features stand out even more. Let's see here. Favorite place to shop for crafts? Now it's Amazon. Because I was scrapbooking, and you can probably see all the paper in the background. As a profession, I had clients that I was doing this for. I was able to get a lot of stuff retail, and of course since then I've also gathered other things, but I love Amazon. Of course I also like to go to the real websites of where some of the products are made. I don't know, I guess that's it. Michael's, we have a Michael's and a Joann's here, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. Sometimes I get so frustrated, like Michael's, and I don't know if that's anywhere, everywhere, or just here, but I go and I'll see 50% off on the little signage, all big and bold, and I'm like, great, I'm going to stock up on the paper flowers, I'm going to stock up on this and that. I get to the cashier and they're like ringing it up. I'm like, oh, no, that's 50% off. And she goes, oh, no, it's after you buy 5, it's 50% off. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's in the small print, the size of an ant. You can't really read it, but that's what it is. And I feel horrible because I'm like, I'm not getting it. But I feel horrible for the folks that are in line with me, behind me, because already they were kind of freaking out. Maybe they're actually relieved that I don't purchase it because I'll have my basket full. And they're like, oh, crap, we're going to be here for 30 minutes. But so that's kind of frustrating because I feel like they're trying to be, I think they're shysters. I think they're just trying to pull a bullseye over you, and I don't care for that. So that's my little 2 cents on that. I love looking at the stuff at Michael's and Joann's, and I get so inspired by just seeing supplies. You know, the ideas are just rolling in my head. So that part is great, and then I can just go home and go to Amazon and find the stuff. Okay, my next question is, who is your favorite YouTube channel? I have so many, just like everybody says, but Eva Zakova is my girlfriend. She's like my bestie on the web. I had done a swap with her, and if you guys ever saw the video on her side and my side, it ended up being like a 3-year process because we talked about it and we were busy, and then we finally decided that we're going to do a bucket list, and I had my stuff sent out to her and it got lost. But it got lost for months. But what actually happened was it went to her house, and the duty-free fees, was asking her to pay, I forget what the amount, but she was just like, I don't know what this is, I'm not paying a fee. And I don't think they talked to her directly. I think they gave her a little slip. And so it was sent back to me, but it took months. I think it was almost like 7, 8, maybe 12 months. It was crazy. So in the meantime, I was at home trying to remake everything I had made for her. So I just felt like she was imprinted on my mind and my heart, because every day I was so afraid that she was thinking, that darn Eve Spaid is a slacker. What? I sent her this beautiful stuff and she hasn't sent me anything. And I was terrified about that. And so every day for over a year, well, because I thought about her while I was doing the project the whole time. So for 2 years, every day, it was Eva in my mind. She was more than Rich Spaid, which is, don't tell him, but it was. I just wanted her to be happy with what I sent her, and terrified that she was going to think I was a slacker. And that if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And with her not knowing me and just trusting that I actually had something was a lot. It weighed heavy on my mind, my shoulders, and it all worked out. I sent her her package and she actually got it, and it was super fun. Other people that I watch. Okay, I watch everyone that everybody else watches, and I have branched out quite a bit just because people have started following me, and I didn't know who they were, and I'm so excited about YouTube. I'm so excited about my art groups, because I am kind of a homebody. I stay in my house all by myself, and I'm so happy. I'm happy as a clam to be here. And when I get out, it probably shows I don't get out very often, and so I kind of crazy and fun and out of control. And as Gail said, who knew that you were going to be the wild card? It's true. It happens sometimes. I probably should get out more often. But if you guys are watching and you have a YouTube channel, please ask me to come find you, because I would love to see what you're making. And it's just, our art community is so much to me. It truly means the world to me. My favorite color, I don't have a favorite color. I think it's pink. And then I'm thinking, no, it's orange. Whatever I'm working on, I just so thankful that we live in a colorful world, because I gravitate, I don't know if it's a mood thing or just because of the project that you're working on, but I am so thankful that we have so many colors in the spectrum. It's pretty wonderful. But if I was to buy a car, it would either be blue, red, or white. Red, white, or blue. I really like the white. Not that we're talking about cars, but okay, I don't have a favorite color. Favorite crafting tool. Okay, I'm just going to grab what is close to me. I like my gun, my tape runner. I use it a lot. So quick, easy to grab. I like this little distress tool by Tim Holtz. Easy peasy. And I don't know. Oh, it has to be my paper cutter, my printer, my camera. I know, I'm just going to go on and on, but I love my paper cutter because, as I've showed in other videos, it cuts straight, so then I can put all my scraps together. And I'm kind of in a process of putting all my scraps together so I can use them. So I totally recycle everything. Isn't this great? So I'm going to run these through my die cut machine. So yeah, my paper cutter. I was taught at a very young age from my papa that, you know, if you are in a project, your tools have to be top-notch, and it's so true. Don't skimp on your tools. Yes, some of them are kind of expensive, but in the long run, you'll have them forever, and it's all worth it. All right, let's see. Favorite, where does your love of crafting come from? My entire family is very artistic. My mom, my dad, my brothers, my aunts and uncles and cousins. I mean, they are crazy good. My brother is a handyman, and so his work that he does is just beautiful. A lot of woodwork, painting. I have been doing it forever, yeah. Some families have the gift of being musical. Not our family, especially not me. I can't even remember the songs, the lyrics of the song. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if I can even sing the whole song with Jingle Bells. But art is definitely a great thing for me. And I grew up in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Okay, everybody there is from the Los Alamos National Laboratory. The gene pool is just crazy. You know, they're all physicists and scientists and biologists and engineers. And here I was, this little, yeah, my dad was a biologist, being in the Park Service. But, okay, I could not even compare to the kids in school, and so fortunately I had art to fall back onto, and I don't know how I survived. I think it's because the teachers really liked me and they really felt a little pity on me, but I just felt very comfortable with my art stuff. Let's see. Next question is, when did I start crafting? Very young age. Yeah, I even raised my children the same way, even when they were just itty bitty babies. I would get a baking sheet and put pudding, because everything that they touched would go into their mouths, and I would just lay a little flat and they would just little do designs, you know, with their fingers. And then when they got older, you know, it'd be flour that we could do, and of course paint and Play-Doh and scissors and glue. So just because my mom and dad did the same thing with me, it was easy to do. And it's great because my girls are amazing artists. My oldest one just really loves to paint. Shelby likes to doodle, but they're always crafting. They're always making something. Tana, who lives here with us, because Bozeman is a crazy place, crazy expensive place to live. So she's already got her teaching degree. She's working, but she lives with us. We were like, save your money. But she has these parties at our house, and she'll have the living room full of people drinking wine and Moscow mules, and they're painting, or they're beading, or, you know, something. So I love it. It just makes me happy. My favorite craft, did I already answer that question? It seems like I did, yeah. Number 3 was my favorite craft. Let's see. I don't know. It seems like I don't know all the 10 questions. Imagine that. But I could tell you, I thought I was going to mention, but I had forgotten that I was raised in the National Park Service. My dad was a park ranger, and we got to live all over the United States. So I'm kind of curious if there's anybody out there that lived near Chickadee Island. That's in Virginia. Assateague Island is where my dad was the park ranger. And from there we went to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and that was Stone River's battlefield, where it was a Civil War cemetery, and they would do reenactments. And then from there, I was at Bandelier National Monument, which is near Los Alamos, New Mexico. I worked at Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado. Spent every summer in Candu, North Dakota, where my mom and dad grew up. And we have an island up in Ontario, Canada, Lake of the Woods. Got to spend about a month every summer up there. So if anybody knows about those places or been to those places, I would love to hear about it. And the sun just came out. How nice is that? I guess that's, you know, I'm not very interesting, but I am so thankful for our art community here, and it's kind of fun doing this video, and I'll probably look back at this and say, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys hung in here to watch the whole thing, but thank you. And I guess this is all for now. Warmest of wishes to all of you. Bye. I nearly forgot. I need to nominate a few people for this challenge. They may have done it and they snuck it in their other videos that they've recorded, but we'll see. So it's going to be Eva Sakova and Bohemian Crafting, Mr. Paris on One Guy Online, and then House of Craft by Marie. I will link their channels down below. And also, I need to thank Ashley Roper for nominating me and really getting me out of my comfort zone. I just needed to do this. Ashley's link is also going to be down below. It's Shandalyn Lane. And please go check out her channel. She is a beautiful artist, And I'm just happy that I just recently gotten to know her, and just like the rest of you, these personal connections in our art community is just so, well, I treasure them. I treasure your comments. I treasure the friendships that I've made on Facebook and also on YouTube. And we're all here to learn and inspire and encourage one another. And I'm just so glad that I'm part of this. So thank you. And truly, this is all for now. And warmest of wishes.